Hey guys, welcome back. This is the lecture number 84 from our bootcamp series. In this lecture, we will add Device Gem into our course project to use authentication. Device Gem is used to provide authentication, and by using this gem, you can manage user sessions who are using your application. But at the first note, let's discuss what is authentication in general. So, authentication in general, it means that you have some credentials, and using that credential you will log into the system and then system manage your session. Okay, and that credential will be stored into the database. Okay, for example, when you log in with the Google, you have to provide your email and you must provide your password to get authenticated using that email. Okay, so in general, authentication is verifying a user, okay, to manage his session. Okay, and just to identify that in during that session what the user performs. Okay, so for that purpose we will use device gem into our course project. Okay, so now open your gem file and add device gem into it. But before adding the device gem, let's open the gem documentation on the GitHub first. So go to the Google and search for the device gem. Now you can find this link and just open this repository and look at the documentation of the device gem. Here you will find that what is device gem and what modules in device gems are used and how it works. So this gem repository has the complete wiki. Okay, now let's discuss what are the modules device comes with. Okay, so it just comes with the database authenticable, omni-authable, confirmable, recoverable, registrable, rememberable, trackable, timeoutable, validatable, and lockable. Where database authenticable that we're going to use in this lecture. Okay, this means that you have to provide a proper valid credential to get authenticated into a system. Okay, omni-authable is used for signing using third parties, like signing using Google, signing using GitHub, signing using Facebook and Twitter and so on. Okay, but we are not going to use that in this lecture. Okay, confirmable is also a useful modules which forces users to confirm their account first before signing into the system. Okay, but we will not use confirmable in this lecture. We will use that in a separate lecture. Recoverable, it is for recovering the passwords. Registrable, for creating a new account. Rememberable, okay, it manages that saved credential. Okay, whenever you click on the checkbox that remember me, that when you click on the next time, that it will show a default email from which you have saved your account. Okay, trackable, okay, it tracks the sign in count and from where the user has been signed in last time and from where or from what location user is currently signed in. Okay, so trackable is used for that. Timeoutable, okay, this module is going to be used when a session expire for a certain period of time when you or a user is not active. Okay, validatable is for validating the length of password and password confirmation, and for validating the format of email. Okay, and lockable is the module which is specified that after certain number of failed sign in attempts, your account will be locked out. Okay, or you will be lockable for a particular time period. Okay, for example, let's say if you have signed in three times with wrong credential, then you will be logged for, let's say, 1 hour for signing in. Okay, just it is just like for example, you are going to an ATM. Okay, and you are entering wrong pin. Okay, then after three unsuccessful attempts you will be logged for 24 hours. Okay, so this is the same process that device use inside the lockable module. Okay, so these are the 10 modules which device supports. Okay, however, we do not going to use all the modules that all these 10 modules that are mentioned here. Okay, now you can go to the device wiki for getting for other tutorials related to device. Okay, but simply we will start adding device gem into our application. Okay, so this is how you can use that. Getting started. Okay, now just write this gem device into your gem file. So copy this command, copy this line and paste it into your gem file. So open your gem file first, gem file, and come at the bottom of the file and just paste here Rails gem device, save it, and as we usually do, you need to run bundle install to get the device gem into your application. Okay, so open a new terminal window, to the project and run bundle install. Now, once the bundle install has been run, you need to switch to the gem repository again. And here you can see that after running the bundle install, you need to run the device generator using this command, Rails generate device install. So just copy this command and run this command into your terminal to get the device generator in your course project. So just paste it here and run this command. Here you can see that it has generated a initializer file, that is device.rb, and it also generated a local file which has where you can manipulate the device default messages into your preferred language. Okay, by default it is in English, so it has generated device.en.yml. Okay, now depending upon your application's configuration, device also requires some manual configuration as well into your project. So here you can see that this config.action mailer dot default URL option, this is for sending emails. Okay, so we will copy this command and we will use this as it is. Okay, so just copy this command and open your development.rb into config.environments, and at the bottom of the come to the bottom of the file, and here at this line you can paste it, save the file, and now switch to the terminal again. Okay, now you can see that you have to ensure a root URL that we already defined. We have a home index, okay, as root page, and now ensure you have flash messages in app views layout application.html.trb. So like these flash messages will let you know that you need to sign in, or you need to sign in before continue and all that. Okay, so we will need that, so just copy that. Okay, and save it into the application.html.erb. Okay, so just go to the layouts, into the layouts, open.application.html.erb, and in this application.html.erb, below the header, you can, or inside the controller, just write this, sorry, just paste this. Okay, and correct the indentation, save the file. Now switch to the terminal again. Okay, you can copy device views for your app by running Rails G device views. Okay. By default, you do not have to generate any views for device. Okay. It comes with the default device views. However, if you want to generate device views, or if you want to customize the device views as per your requirements, then you need to generate the device views, which we will definitely see in upcoming lectures when we customize the device views as per the theme pages. Okay, so for now we run the bundle install. So let's switch to the gem repository again. Since we set up the device generator and we set up the default UR mailer option for the device, okay, into our development.rb, now it's time to generate the model for using device. Okay, here you can see that we can name our model with anything, any name. Okay, for example, you can add Rails G device user, Rails G device admin, Rails G device admin user, manager, employees. Okay, but we will use admin user because in our course project everything is handled and managed by the admin user. Okay, so we will name our device as admin user. Okay, so what we need to do, that we need to generate an admin user model for using device. So let's open the terminal and just write this command, rails g device admin user. Okay. So when you run this command, you can see that it has generated an admin user model and a migration to generate to create the table for this admin user. Okay, but before creating this admin user, let's see how its migration looks like. So switch to the project folder and open the latest generated migration. So here you can find that migration inside the db migrate, and just to see the last migration that we generated, we generate device create admin users. Okay, so it will create a table for admin users, and you can see that database authenticable string email password, that is for both pass, it is encrypted password, it is used as both password and password confirmation. Okay, and this is for recoverable module, that reset password token and reset password sent at. Okay, and this is for rememberable. Okay, and these field, you can see that these attributes are commented like for trackable modules, because we don't need that actually, but if you wish you can uncomment these and you can use that. So trackable is for sign in, for managing the sign in count, current sign in at, last sign in at, date time, current sign in ip, last sign in ip, and this is the confirmation module, and this is the lockable module. Okay, however if you wish you can uncomment this, so I will just uncomment this trackable module. So uncomment it. Okay, let's uncomment this all, save this, and now let's check the admin user model that we generated. So go to the app models, and here you can see that admin user model has been generated. Okay, since we just uncommented the attributes of trackable, so let's include the trackable module here. Okay, so now we can use the trackable module as well, because we included that as a valid device model in our admin user model. Okay, now we generated the model for device and we set up the device completely. Now it's time to check whether we can use that device or not. So first we need to restart our server, because we recently installed the device gem, and it requires your application to be restarted when you add device gem into your application. Why? Because device always come with an initializer, and whenever you add a new initializer into your gem, into your application, then you need to restart your server to take effect of that. Okay, and check one more thing, that open the routes file. In routes file you can find that device for admin users. Okay, this will add all the routes which are required to support this device into your application. You can open the sign in form, sign up form, and you can add logout links using these routes, because device ultimately requires routes to be perform operation. Okay, so now let's restart your server, shut down it and restart. Now in your browser, open your application, just remove it. Sorry, we can't use that because we haven't generated, we just generated the migration but we have not run the admin user migration so far. Okay, so first we need to run that migration. Okay, so just come to this new tab and run rails db migrate. This will generate this will add the table into your schema, which you can verify by opening your schema.rb, and here you can find the table that admin users had been added into your schema. Okay, now let's refresh your browser. Since we do not have students outside the name scope, so we will get this error. Now you can see that we are at the root page of our application. Okay, but you can visit the admin's user sign in page by typing in url, let's say admin users sign in. But this is the device path that we need to this is the device path for signing using admin user. Okay, so here you can see that this is the login page. Okay, and yeah, it is showing some default username and password, so remove that. Okay, but right now we don't have any password set in our application, so what we need to do, that we need to first sign up using a new admin user. So here you can see the sign up link. Okay, just don't go over the styles because the styles are very unmatched right now. Okay, the style is very disturbed. So just click on the sign up link, and here you can see that we have a form for signing up using new admin user. So you can make it right. Let's say admin@example.com. Make some password here. Let's say password. Okay, now when you click on the sign up, you will be authenticated using a new admin user. Here you can see that welcome, you have signed up successfully. Okay, that you can see into your terminal as well, that it inserted a new user inside the admin users, and you can see that it has increased it sign up count by one, and current sign in at today's date time, and current sign in IP. Since we are just running on the local host, so we will not get the exact IP, but when you run this on a production server or on some server like AWS or Heroku, then you will definitely get the IP of this signed in system. Okay, now since we just signed up using admin, what we need to do, that we need to add a logout link as well, because we are just signed in now, but we don't have any way to log out this admin user. Okay, so what we need to do now, that add a logout link into your header. So open the shared folder. Into the shared, you can just simply click the header, and in this header let's add a link. Okay, so copy this li opening tag, and we will add our link here. Okay, now you can add here, let's say link to sign out. Okay, and here you can use destroy user path, and this is the delete link. Okay, so we need to mention what the type of this method is, method delete. Okay, and let's add the class to it, class navlink. Okay, and save this. So here you can see. Okay, we are getting here, sorry, destroy admin user session path, not destroy user session path. Okay, so save it, and now refresh your browser. So you can see the link, signed out successfully. These are the alert messages that is working here. Okay, but you can see that since we are signed out, but we are still seeing the sign out link, not sign in. Okay, because if we are signed out, then we need to see sign in link here. So what we need to do, that we need to check if user signed in, then we need to display link for sign in, and if admin user is signed out, then we need to sorry, if admin user signed in, then we need to display the link for sign out the user, and if admin user is signed out, then we need to display the link for signing the admin user. Okay, so for that we need to use a helper which is provided by Devise. Okay, and that is if admin user signed in. Okay, this is the helper method. Yes, yeah, this is the device helper to check if whether the user is signed in or not. Okay, so you can see that what I checked, admin user signed in. This admin user represents the name of your model. For example, if your device model name is user, then you must use user signed in here. If your device model name is admin, then you must use admin signed in. If your device model name is manager, then you must use manager signed in, and so on. Okay, so now let's use admin signed in here, and just end this block, but we need to handle an else case here as well. Okay, if admin user signed in, then display this link signed out. Okay, so just copy that from here and paste it here. Okay, And now just paste it here and replace it by sign in and use new admin user session path instead of destroy. Okay, because sign in means creating a new admin user session or a new user session. And now delete this method. Why? Because this is the get method, so we don't need that. Okay, add the comma here. And yeah, sorry, just give a space in between the sign out, save it, and now you can see the sign in link. Okay, when you click on the sign in, you can see the new admin users path. Okay, and now check admin at the rate example.com. Okay, and provide the password here, and you can see signed in successfully and signed out. Okay, and now let's visit the admin dashboard. Sorry, admin dashboard. Okay, so here you can see that I am at the admin dashboard and I am right now signed in as admin user. But if I logged out using this admin user, and if I refresh the admin dashboard page now, you can see that I can still access the admin panel without signing in as an admin user. Okay, and this should not be happen. Okay, why? Because we added this device gem for authenticating admin and to handle all the operations and all the resources from our application securely. Okay, so what we need to do now, that we need to make our application secure, that unless an admin user signed in, they cannot use the admin panel, or like whether admin dashboard or students or courses or projects inside the admin dashboard. Okay, so we need to do that, and we will do that into the next part of this lecture, where we will add a before action authenticator. Okay, that means it requires to sign in as an admin user whenever you use the admin panel, or whenever you try to access the admin panel, you must sign in using an admin user. Okay, so we will do that in next lecture, and we will also we will also generate the device views for admin user and try to customize them as per our requirement into the next part of this lecture. Okay, so that's all the basic about the device gem for this lecture. Okay, I think it's enough to get started with the using the device gem into our course project. Okay, so try this and let me know if you're stuck anywhere, or if you have any doubt or questions regarding the device gem or regarding the authentication process. Let me know through the comment section, and I will be definitely help glad to help you. Okay, so thanks for watching this, and let's meet into the another part of this lecture. Till then, tata, goodbye, take care, and stay safe.